Oh, we can unmute you. We just went live, Tammy.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, no worries. Okay, hi everybody. Keeps on muting and unmuting. We just have a barking dog. It's okay. Because we work from home. So anyway. Welcome to our Wednesday night Hangout with Mentors Hangout. We come live, or we arrive here on your screen live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Once in a while we switch it up, but we plan that a week ahead of time. So we'll let you know. If you've been here with us before, welcome back. And if this is your first time on our Hangout, please stay till the end. We always have some sort of bonus at the end, either bonus training or bonus information or some sort of bonus. There's always a bonus at the end. So stay till the end. You've probably been invited to a page to watch this, and below the video there's comments. Well, actually, even if you're watching on YouTube, there's comments. Please do comment, question. We want to hear from you, and yeah, it's welcomed. Some of you might be part of our team that, well, actually I know there's a bunch of our team that is watching, and some of you may have been invited by somebody that cared enough about you to introduce to the opportunity of direct fee system or to us as a team. And so welcome, and make sure that you get back with the person that invited you and have that conversation, or ask them the questions, give them feedback about it. I think that's it for the housekeeping. So tonight's topic, we were actually going to talk about the power of the follow-up and, you know, some strategy behind it and what is follow-up. So that'll probably be next week. Tammy had a great idea to talk about this topic tonight, and I think that, well, actually I'm positive that Livette and Mary Beth are also going to have some very valuable input into it as well. So I'm really excited about this conversation. So the topic is, I'm going to read it because it's a little bit longer to make sure I get it right. The secret to getting paid what you are worth, revealed. And it's really important. Like, I personally don't take this lightly at all, because the self-worth and realizing how important it is part of what held me back for a good portion of it, and I'm sure that we're going to hear some more stories like that. So if you're stuck, or if you're not at the level, or, you know, just keep on accelerating with your success, listen closely, because this might be one of your missing pieces, or it'll definitely resonate with you. And another question that we put with the topic is, are you getting paid what you're worth? Just contemplate that for a bit. Livette made a post earlier today, maybe she'll pull into that, because she had some really good questions to tie into it. And I think it's really worth. I think your self-worth is worth your time, resource, discussing it and contemplating it and improving upon it. You deserve that. We all deserve it. So I think, yeah, this is just an awesome topic. I'm so glad that Tammy suggested it. So there's one other thing I want to say before I pass it over, and here's the thing. Just like motivation, your self-worth has to be intrinsic. It has to come from within. So it doesn't matter how much you read. It doesn't matter how many motivational speakers you listen to. Great music, great movies. You know how a movie can just like move you? You can watch as many of those as you want, but if it doesn't come from within, if that self-worth doesn't come from within, well, it's not going to be there. So that's why it really needs to be talked about. It's just a must. So definitely, I'm going to remind you, please wait till the end, because Tammy always has a bonus, and this time I have a little bonus specific to the topic. So again, as usual, I forgot to ask. Actually, we were in we actually got an impromptu training from Tammy before, so behind the scenes, all sorts of awesome stuff goes on. So anyway, I don't know who wants to start. It doesn't really matter. These lovely ladies, Mary Beth, Lavette and Tammy will all have something powerful to say. Does one of you got a burning desire to go first? Tammy, do you want to, since this is your topic and you're...
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite topics. And Bella, sit. My bulldog. Okay, tonight I am actually the only one in the house. So usually Amanda helps me control these dogs. Okay, so number one, I'm an animal lover. So I have to have a dog. If I don't have a dog, then life there's no purpose to life. Okay, so anyway, I'm in the other room just now, and I'm like, I believe I can get back on this Hangout. So a lot of it is belief. I'm just like, calm down, guys. So I gave them a bone, so they should be good for a while. We'll see. But Bella's sitting next to me with her teeth sticking out, like, okay, what are you gonna talk about tonight, Mom? But that's how my life is. I'm just like, hey, it's live, it's real, it's in the moment. That's just me. Yeah, gosh, I'm just going to go back a little bit and just talk about, belief and self-worth, getting paid what you're worth. And I think sometimes people, they have the beliefs because of the way they were raised and the way they grew up. So I'm a farm girl. I actually grew up on a farm. And, I'm a country gal. So I'm right smack dab into the heart of what I call, the working kind of area, okay? So when I heard about being self-employed, that was like, oh my God, like, you serious? You can actually work for yourself? So, so when I met my husband when I was 20, he said, you don't have to work in this factory, Tammy. You don't have to go through the blood, sweat, and tears, and what my, basically what my father went through and stuff. So I knew there was a better way. I knew there was a better way out there. So I've had people in my life that have given me the self-confidence to believe in myself, to move forward and know that I can help other people and reach out to other people. And, that's just one of the things that I think you have to deep down in say to yourself, of course this is marketing, but also you're changing lives. So it's not to be taken lightly. So so when I was, like I said, in college, going through some college, I actually quit college because I was starting to make more money with my home-based business and my business than what I was going to, do with my college degree. And I wanted to be a counselor. So that's kind of, just kind of my love and my passion is to talk to people, get to know who they are, get to know what they want to do in life, and and just really take that person into the next level. And when I see people break out of their shell or have a breakthrough, that to me is awesome because I know I used to be there. You know what I'm saying? So the belief is that you can do it. A home-based business is an awesome freedom feeling. To be able to take off when you want, where you want, to just have no boss is an awesome feeling, And at first it's scary. It's scary because you're just like, there's no net, you know what I mean? But if you have a team and a system and you have an awesome company to work with, then you really shouldn't be scared. Fear, in my opinion, and belief are kind of the same. Like, in other words, if you're fearful, it's just basically false evidence appearing real, So, in my opinion, we all don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. None of us do. And the thing about it is, if you're driving down the road and you get from here, like if I wanted to go visit Susan, for instance, in Canada, I would know where I'm heading, or Lavette or Mary Beth. Mary Beth's not too far from me, so we should actually make that trip. But you're going to get there, right? It's basically like, you believe it and you know it in your heart. It's basically the same thing here. The belief in yourself, it's not difficult what we do here. So, mainly when you're in a home-based business, you just know that there's steps to follow. But yeah, I mean, just to connect with people and believing that they have the same passion is pretty awesome, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous because I don't want her to bark tonight. But hey, if she does, I'll bring her on camera. I'll tell her to get up on my lap. But the dogs are being good. But, you know, just the whole psychology, a lot of what I feel when I see people not knowing what to do or make a choice in life, it's just because they're simply maybe a little bit, maybe their life is a little bit scattered right now. So, in other words, just calm yourself, you know, down and just know that you can do it because, like I said, what other choice is there? And I've been through a lot. Like, in other words, I've had businesses that have failed. And, you know, did you know the number one fear that us humans have in life? Uh-oh. There she goes. She's going to tell you. The number one fear is the fear of failure. That's the number one fear. The second fear is fire. We don't want to be burned. So, sorry, guys. I'm going to mute this. Be right back.
Well, that was awesome.
The number 3 fear is big barking dogs.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I put her out there. She can go run and she can go have fun with the dog. Now, I hope she doesn't start the other two because then I'll be back. But that's true. The number one fear is the fear of failure. So if I see a person stuck, then it just means that they're fearful to get to the next level. If a person's stuck at $10,000 a month, they're mainly fearful of what people are going to think about them when they get to the next success level. Like, in other words, you're fearful of what your friends are going to think or what your family's going to think about you. I forgot that fear. I don't care what people think about me. I'm here to help myself, my family, my friends, and the people on the team. So honestly, because really in reality, it doesn't matter anyway what they think. It really don't. So that to me is, like I said, it's my passion. I know Susan loves motivation and talking like this. Like, you know, we've had the conversations, but I'm just saying that basically a lot of it is it comes right down to your mindset. It really does. And to be able to get the first lead or get the first sign up, that is what I love seeing people, and it's a breakthrough to them because then guess what? They know that they're going to be able to do it again and again and again. When I made my first dollar online, I was like, you know what? That's not hard. I can do that again, and I can do that again and again and again. So, you know, so you keep what I call, and all of us have this, we keep wanting to excel, you know, to get better and better and better. Thank God my daughter just walked in. I can hear her. So we're good. No more bark. I really am sorry, guys, about that.
No,
it was just different timing on my family's part. I apologize. She does have a loud bark, doesn't she? It's really loud, like in the middle of the night. Wow! I'm like, wow. But hey, everybody can tell, right? We work from home.
Exactly.
We're not in any corporate office or looking at backgrounds, right?
No.
Wow. So, but that, you know, is, like I said, it's my favorite subject, and I tell people all the time, how do you eat an elephant whole? You eat it bit by bit. So, you know, you just have to realize that a support team like this is here for you, and move forward. You really can't keep driving forward if you're looking through the rear view mirror. That's what I say. That's what I say.
That's awesome, Tammy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
and
you.
again, I apologize for Bella barking. It probably even like sounds worse in here because.
Yeah, it actually wasn't that huge.
Oh, really? Okay, because here I'm like thinking that was a huge, horrible echo. Okay.
No, and it's all right anyway because the sound. I love the sound of a dog's bark anyway. It's just like that sound of a newborn baby crying. It means life, and they're such beautiful beings. So it's just a sound.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and it's like you know, it's probably her dinner time too. She's like almost like a baby, this bulldog. I've never had a bulldog before. We've wanted one for years, and when we got her, oh my gosh, we just like fell right in love with her, you know. So she's just the center of attention, and she's spoiled. She's spoiled like Levette's dogs.
Oh my God.
But she believes that her self-worth, right, is dinner time right now. So
My dogs think that they're
Who's next?
self-worth is
Yvette?
in-
Oh, sorry, we're talking at the same time.
Oh, it's okay. I was just saying my dogs think they're human, so that's their self-belief. So,
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Yvette, would you like to talk on this topic next?
oh, sure.
Okay.
You know, one of the things I want to say to everybody in regards to belief and self-worth is you have everything inside already you need to succeed in. And it's funny because one of the things that I truly, truly believe in, or a couple of things that I truly believe in, is when I wake up in the morning, I don't turn on the computer, I don't turn on the TV. Mainly because the first thing and the last thing at night that I want to think about are positive reinforcements or positive things that are going into my system. So in the morning, I will start reading motivational, sayings, or I'll start reading one of my books. In fact, I just started reading this last night, or actually yesterday, the new Psycho-Cybernetics, which is spectacular. Everybody, if you're a marketer, if you're not a marketer, just anybody should actually read this book. It's phenomenal. You can get it on Amazon or any bookstore, but it's a fantastic book, and it gives you the tools to truly find your inner self. It helps you get out of the doldrums. It'll help you do exercises that can help you succeed and find your true purpose, and also to be able to progress and find your passion. Um, One of the things I tell a lot of people is if you have a difficult time trying to find that belief system that you are so desperately needing because you're listening to all of the other voices that are coming into your head, from people, this is not going to work, or you're not worth anything, you'll never succeed. You've got all of this noise that you need to get rid of. And today, as a matter of fact, I found this quote from Darren Hardy, which actually is something that you should say every day. And I wrote it up here on my wall, and it says, "This year is my turning point. From this moment forward, I will take consistent action to change my life. Starting right now, life will never be the same." So it's really important that you take daily steps. It's not going to happen tomorrow if you don't have self-worth, or what you consider self-worth, or feel as though you can succeed. But if you take daily steps, eventually you're going to be exactly where you're going to be. Daily, small steps. They always say that it takes approximately 3 weeks for a habit to form. So if you actually say that saying for approximately 3 weeks, you're going to start seeing, there's going to be happiness coming into your life. There's going to be belief that you can succeed if there is a difficult way for you to think that you can't. So, one of the things, I laugh at, my husband and I were talking about the other night, is, Donald Trump, for instance, went bankrupt. But did he think that he was going to fail? No. He believed in his heart that he could do it again. As I know, Steve Jobs his company was taken away from him. But did he give up? No. He knew he would come back even bigger and better. He started another company, which eventually ended up being bought out by Apple, which eventually made him come back to be on charge again. There's a lot of things that you just have to stop, think, take daily steps, and say, I can do this. It doesn't matter what other people think, I can do it. And it's only up to you to decide whether or not you can do it. Only you inside can change your life. So
That's awesome.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank
That
you.
was really good. I like that, Levette.
Thank you.
That's powerful. Now I wonder if Mary Beth and Al are going to make it back on.
I don't know. I'm not sure where they went. They probably had a emergency like I just had.
Yeah.
You know what I can address too, Susan, you mentioned the two questions that I had posted on my wall today. And the questions were, are you living by unpopular belief because you're worried about what people are thinking? Or are you just doing what everyone else is? And, I think that if you do what everyone else is, you're not living your life. You're just following the status quo. Whereas if you take the leap of faith that what you want to do may not be the norm, but usually when you're unhappy in your life, it's because you're repressing your true feeling, what you really want to do. So it may be against the norm. It may be, for instance, with myself, I knew that my family at one time never wanted me to leave Boston, but I knew that I had to leave Boston in order to find my way. So I ended up leaving Boston. Very briefly, maybe I can tell you a little story about my dad. My dad was born on a farm, and he had six other brothers and sisters. And he was born in Dale, South Carolina. And he was born in 1923. And in 1940, my dad decided that he was going to move to Boston. And back in the 40s, a black man in Boston with only, my dad had a sixth grade education, that was it. A black man in Boston, there was no way that you could possibly think that he could be successful. What ended up happening was my dad decided to start he started a coal delivery service. And my uncle, my dad's brother, decided to start an ice delivery service. So the two of them had ice and coal. But at the time, that's what was needed for most people to survive. They would put their food into an ice box, or they would heat their homes with coal. So, knowing that this is what people wanted, that's what made my father say, I know that this will work. And as time went on, my dad ended up starting a fuel oil service in Boston. And, knowing that his power of belief, knowing that he had enough faith in himself, that was what I grew up with, and knowing that, this man did this with a sixth grade education, and the power of belief in the 1940s, a black man living in Boston where there was extreme segregation. And then, he was very successful. So, you have to believe in yourself. So
That's awesome. Thank you.
Exactly.
That ties into the little story that I was going to tell today. So maybe I'll take a minute to do that. And then, Al, so glad you made it back on. I'll pass it over to you as soon as I'm done.
No problem. Sorry about that. I had about 30 browsers open and they decided to freeze on me. So.
Yeah, no worries. It happens. Mary Beth keeps on popping off as well. I think the same thing is happening. So that's the way these Google Hangouts, they're awesome, but they can be a little finicky too.
Yes.
So what I was going to say about that, and it's just kind of fitting and yet different than what you were just saying, Levette, and it's when I came online 3 years ago, my self-worth, like I had had a turn of events for the 6 years prior to that had taken my self-worth into a completely different place. And, I've never been, lacking in bravery or courage. I've never been, second-guessed myself in my life before that. But a car accident just kind of switched everything. It changed everything, the way I had to do things, what I was able to do, what I wasn't able to do, and then I wasn't able to work. And a lot of what I defined about who I was and what I did was how I succeeded through each day. So when that all changed, all of a sudden I didn't feel very worthy. I didn't feel very valuable because I couldn't go to work, so I wasn't bringing in a wage. How am I a good mom? If I can't pay the bills, there were so many questions. And then, well, I can't go and do these things, so then I'm no good here. It was just lots of negative talk, and I really did go through a stretch where I felt worthless. And to me, it was an ugly place to be because it was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable in my skin that I was layering onto myself. So interestingly enough that we're talking about this today, it's this industry and these people, like these great people that we're talking with on the panel, and lots of you that are watching right now. It's people like that have these kind of conversations, and it's being able to get that first dollar and help somebody else get their first dollar that gave me back my self-worth. So I've often tagline that essentially this industry saved my life, and in a way it really did, because it just keeps on. It just keeps on getting better, and my self-worth just keeps on lifting up, because you like Tammy said, you want to do better. You always want to level up. You're always aiming to excel that little bit more, and then sometimes you push really hard and you want to do a whole lot more. And so that's why I love the kind of people that come into this industry. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, that negative monkey chatter, as we've mentioned, I can't, but I've not done anything, or I've never done this before, or whatever the case is, you can, because we've all had, Tammy mentioned, she's had businesses that failed. We've all had failures. We've all hit walls of some sort, unique to our own story. But when you put yourself in an atmosphere like what we have, and having these kind of conversations and having this kind of success that we have within the product, you'll get it back, and you'll be surrounded with other people that will help you. So that's my little story. Over to you, Al.
Well, just to add to that, it is a special industry that we are in, and in this time where we're doing business on the internet, where there are so many distractions and so many different things coming at our new people and us as well, it requires a different level of focus, to really stay focused on the business and to really produce. And with the new people that are attracted to us in this industry, I like working with new people myself, because then you don't have to deal with all of the years of failures and the doubt and the disbelief that people have experienced. Instead, you can bring them in and put them on the path that we're on after all these years of trial and error in business, and help them on their way. But the biggest thing, as you were saying, Susan, is to remain around those who are focused on the same goals that you have. To be honest, it's kind of a funny thing, but I actually have two Facebook profiles. And it's funny because Tammy is on both of my Facebook profiles. All of my friends aren't necessarily on both of my Facebook profiles, but I look at one of my profiles as our family side profile, where we post, the family stuff and the birthday parties and that stuff. But I don't post the stuff that I post on my family side, on my business side, on the family side. I don't do it. And the reason for that is because you're dealing with a whole different crowd of people. So the point to that is you want to stay surrounded. I created that additional profile so I can surround myself with only those like-minded people in business, where I'm getting all these different posts all day long about business posts and about positivity, versus, hanging out at the party last night and all that other kind of stuff. That's not what we're here for. So the main thing is to stay around the right people. Find a good mentor. As I said before, it's very easy to watch people today online and see their success and their lack of success, and they're jumping around from program to program, or whatever the issues may be, and find yourself a good mentor nowadays. When you're sitting with people like Tammy and Susan and Yvette and Mary Beth, here, people who have experienced a lot of other business opportunities and a lot of failures, and now they have time and success in place. You have found a winning team here, where you can plug into and see some success by basically doing the same things that your mentors are here, and they're going to tell you exactly what to do. So with that, I'll yield.
Thank you, Al.
You're
That's powerful. Thank you. Mary Beth, Are you here? Your poor computer keeps on booting you off and making you freeze.
Yeah, I'm here. For some reason, my screen keeps freezing. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Would you like
Okay,
to
yeah.
speak on
I think I'm good to go.
Oh, we were talking at the same time. Would you like to speak on the topic while your computer is letting you be on here?
Yeah, I think that'll probably be the.
Oh, it froze again.
Bummer.
the
There she is.
Okay, we'll just give it a minute and see if it comes.
Here she is.
Froze again. Oh. Still doing it.
Thank you.
Mary Beth, if you hear me, maybe send me a message. And Tammy, do you want to speak on things while I'm sorting this out with Mary Beth?
Yeah, not a problem. My son just brought me a nice salad for dinner, so that was nice of him.
Yeah.
I was going to try to get him on the camera, but he's a little shy. I've had Amanda on a Hangout before, and she actually enjoyed it, you know. And the thing about it is, like, for me, just being an entrepreneur and being able to have that, I guess, planted into my brain at a young age, it's actually what I'm doing now for my kids, and I'm paying it forward. In other words, you know, there's so much crazy stuff going on out there in the world. So, you know, I'm planting the belief, and I'm planting those kinds of seeds right now in my kids. And so I got to tell you a quick story about my kids. Hopefully he won't mind. My son was actually bullied quite bad in the school here locally, and we actually lived in Arizona for about 3 years. It was really cool because they were just forward, you know, kind of thinkers. And like I said, I'm in the country, so we're a little bit, you know, not forward thinkers. But anyway, he was doing great out there. Well, we decided what was not the best choice for us to move back here to New York. So we did opposite what Levette did. So we actually came back here. But anyway, to make a long story short, that's my belief that, and the reason why, I mean, it comes back to the reason why that I actually work from home. Because to me, you don't want other distractions affecting the people that you love, if that makes sense. Like, in other words, he's now focused on his life. He's a 20-year-old young man, okay, and he's going to go far because he's not following the beliefs of these other young kids that are hanging out on the street corners, that are doing all these other things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super proud of him. He just closed on his first real estate deal today.
Awesome.
wow.
And I'm just super proud that he's actually, at the age of 20, following in our entrepreneurial footsteps. You know.
Sounds like he already likes big ticket products.
He does. He likes big ticket things. Yeah, and you know, and just going back to my real estate days, when my husband said to me, you know, Tammy, you can do this. You can actually close this deal. And you know what? It was the best thing getting that check in my hand. And you know what? Ever since that, I was like, wow, I can do anything. You know what I mean? So, you know, when a team member calls me, and I do have to say, by the way, Ulysses is actually in the hospital. He just broke his foot last night. So otherwise he'd be here on the Hangout with us. But, you know, just to hear, like, now he's able to do this full time. So, like, just to hear stories like that coming out and success stories, that's what makes me feel so good. And, you know, like I said, building people up and just telling them, you know, that they can do this. I mean, it just, because it's powerful when you see that change in someone, I mean, like I said, I see it in my kids, and there's been times where it's difficult, I mean, there's times where it's just like, wow, this too shall pass, right? But it's just one of the things is you just have to put belief into people and just let them know that there's a better way. There's a better way to make a living. Because, like I said, because of our school system and because of our past, we're all geared to be into 9 to 5, but there is a better way. So that's what I'm here tonight to say. There is actually a better way, and you can believe in yourself to know that you can actually get out of the rat race. Just get out of the rat race, because honestly, life is too short. Unfortunately, I've had some close people to me pass away. My brother-in-law did at the age of 30. He had a brain tumor, and it's like, I wish that that people could realize that we're all here for a reason. Otherwise, we could have been the one. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about all the time, is that there's people that have been taken away from me, and obviously we're here for a reason, to help people. So. But yeah, my son, he's so happy, he's so excited, and he's just like on top of the world now, right? So now he can do it again and again and again. So the same thing, like, with Amanda now, we're instilling that. You know what I'm saying? So once you get the belief, then you pass it on to other people, right? That's in my opinion the best thing to do.
Yeah, it's contagious.
Very contagious.
Wasn't one of the really strong points that we made in last week's Hangout, the 8 benefits of big ticket sales, that once you make big ticket sales, you're unstoppable. So that's how your son is feeling, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If I can, I wanted to just jump in here real quick.
Unstoppable is a good word.
I just wanted to say, to the people that are just getting started and trying to figure all of this out, first thing you need to understand is there is a lot to figure out. It's not, all the way simple. Although it's a very simple business, there are a lot of things that we have to figure out. So the point is, when you get started, do not be afraid of the initial fears that you'll have, the hurdles that you'll have to go through. Basically, get positioned and get yourself ready to go through the trenches and whatever you'll have to go through to get there. Because once you figure this stuff out, and once you learn this stuff, you may have to learn a little bit of HTML along the way. You may have to figure out in a Weber account or something that you've never ever done before. But realize that there is a period that you'll go through where this stuff will be scary. But you will get beyond that if you push past that. And, you'll see some people that'll have their first sale or 2 in their first week or their first couple weeks, where you may not have your first sale in your first month. But you just have to believe and keep going through the process and keep learning everything that you can learn. And, again, stay close to your mentors. And just believe, as Tammy said, that you can make it happen. And the way to believe it is just to watch other people that are similar to you that made it happen. I got started in this business at 18 years old. I've done a ton of other businesses from I can go buy cars at car auctions and sell them. I can open a jewelry store. We have a jewelry store in the family. We have a adult foster care home in the family. We have homes in the family. We have real estate companies in the family, construction companies in the family. But this is a business that I do by choice, because it's really about the lifestyle first that you can get, and then the income freedom that you can get in this big ticket arena that we're playing in. If you stick it out and learn the basics, and then you'll go to the next level, it is definitely worth it.
Well said. Well said. Mary Beth, can we try again?
Yeah, I think I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes. I want to hear from you. Let's go.
Okay, I'm ready to go. Okay. Yeah, I think I definitely can totally relate and resonate with everything that all of you have shared in the panel this evening. But I think really where success stems from is your why. I think if someone's looking at a business, especially a business model like this, that has the potential that the direct pay system has, I think that people will succeed if their why is strong enough. And from my past experience is, if you believe, I think you have to have two beliefs. And I think they have to coincide with each other. You have to first and foremost believe in yourself, and you have to believe in your system. And I think what we have here with the direct pay system is a value-based system. We have an incredible system with incredible products, incredible value, universal products that anybody can utilize to not only succeed with the direct pay system, but really with any business that they decide to embark upon now or in the future, this year and beyond. And I think if they just see the vision and see that these are, real products, real tools, resources, the training, I think each one of us brings a certain level of expertise, and that's why there's so much value. We have a very strong leadership team, and we can be of so much, help and assistance to helping people to achieve, to have that first breakthrough, to experience success for the first time in a big way, because this is a big ticket, system here with a very lucrative compensation plan, and everything that we have here, there's just so much value. And if people can just, see the vision once they go through the system, hopefully grasp what's actually here. And I think, the new phone marketing system, I think, is doing an incredible job of sifting and sorting and doing all the telling, selling, and explaining. And, we have the tools, we have the blueprint for people, and, what I like best about direct pay system is that everything is here, as much training, as much guidance, the blueprint, it's all kind of laid out, and that's something that I didn't have when I initially started online in a big ticket program back in 2007. And just, incredible, like I say, leadership, mentorship, the training site that Tammy put together just has so much value to it, and it's really taken the guesswork out of the whole entire business model with direct pay system. So if someone has takes the initiative, their why is strong enough, they believe in themselves, they believe in the system, that they're taking all the hurdles out of success, and they're definitely going to be able to propel forward that much quicker and that much easier. And I think, people just realize that they're definitely in the right place at the right time, and we can help them and give back to them. I think, they're going to do extremely well, and we're going to be able to continue to move forward and not only help ourselves and our families, but help other people to be able to help themselves and their families, and just be able to give back to people. So this is definitely an incredible experience. I just hope people can quickly grasp and realize the vision so that they can, reap the rewards and the benefits and have the same type of lifestyle and the freedoms that all of us today here experience and will continue to experience. The time freedom, the financial freedom, with an incredible culture, an incredible team atmosphere, incredible leadership team, and an incredible system.
Thank you. Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. I got to say something to piggyback off of what Mary Beth just said, though. Because Mary Beth and I know each other for as long as Lavette and I have, and I have now the pleasure of getting to know Susan and Al. You have to, when you're looking at a business, okay, and I always go through three things, okay, I know there's more, but you have to look at a business that's paying and that's functional. And yourself can be there all day long, right? I believe in myself. Susan believes in herself. Mary Beth, Lavette, Al, we all believe in ourselves, and even you do that's listening. But if you don't believe that you have a system in a company that's paying, it's member to member, okay? And if you don't believe that that money's going to come through and not the product, then you can be running around like an educated idiot is what I call it. Basically, in other words, you can believe and that it works. I mean, a lot of times people, they just want to know money. I know this is off the subject a little bit, but it really does come back to your belief system. If before, I'm sure everybody has, right? I've spent $8,000 on a HYIP saying that, Tammy, you put in $8,000 I sent off when I was in the real estate investment. Never seen my money again. So if if you see I know I'm kind of a little risk taker, but I'm just saying, get anywhere in life if you don't take some risk. Let me tell you.
We've all
Okay,
done
let's just
that crazy stuff.
If you don't take risks in life, you get no reward, right?
That's right.
So we're not talking about a couple $100,000 here to start up a 6-figure business restaurant. My belief was I wanted $10,000 a month to be pulling out of my restaurant. Let me that way. You don't cash flow until about 6 to 12 months later, whatever it was. See what I'm saying? So you step into something that, hey, you know, you can pop into some, you know, campaigns. You can plug in, like Al was saying. We have the training on all the system set up, but you have to have a actual working program. And that's what I made a lot of money with the system in the past 3 years. And now with this new 90-10 comp plan, my belief is huge because I'm like, okay, wow, you know, people are getting 90% of the compensation, whereas, you know, it's crazy with other compensation plans. So I just had to say that, though, because, like I said, you can believe all day long, but if you don't have a vehicle to get you, then it's sad. I've seen it happen. I've seen people put a lot of time and a lot of effort into businesses, and so their belief goes down, right? So now all of a sudden they say, oh, that didn't work. You know, I'll get a phone call. Hey, Tammy, does this work fast? And I'll say, what have you done, though? I mean, well, I tried a little bit of marketing, or I posted one Facebook post. That to get your belief up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, so you don't stick your little water. You go all in. You know, you tell people, hey, I'm in a business, and you know, you like I said, you announce it to the world, because then obviously people will understand, you know, that you're open for, you got your doors open, so to speak. So does that make sense? Like, I mean, and it's just probably redundant to a lot of people.
Yeah,
but sometimes people like
It's perfect.
sometimes little things like that just kind of escape us. And the thing is like we have, as we get older, we have what we call little filing cabinets in our brain. So the older resistance we put up, the more walls we put in front of us. When we were little, we could believe and do anything, right? We fell down, we got back up. Fell down, got back up. But with here, if you fall down, oh, you're a little bit more reluctant to get back. So it's just human nature.
Yeah.
So you have to push and just know that, you know, when you have a system that works and brings in lots of money, I could be, you know, stacks and stacks all day long, right? But if they don't understand it for themselves and they don't see that first close, you know, that sale themselves. So anyways, that's what I wanted to say.
Good point.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a very powerful way to tie it all together, actually. I think. That's really cool. Thank you. Does anybody else have any closing thoughts?
Stay close and don't quit.
Lavette?
Well, they haven't started yet, Al, so that's the whole thing.
Stay close and don't quit.
You know, to piggyback, as Tammy says, off of something that Al said earlier, you know, I think that everybody should always get whatever business they decide to join, and obviously we want you to join us in DPS, but we want you to give it 90 days. If you have a job, you don't know what you're doing when you first start a new job. And I don't know about you, but in the state of California, we're on probation for 90 days. Any job that's being given to anybody here in California in a probationary period for 90 days. And this is also an at-will state, meaning you could be at a job for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, and they have the ability to let you go. So, you know, people always say, as I get older, I'll be on a fixed income. But anybody working a 9 to 5 is really on a fixed income anyway, because they tell you what your salary is going to be. The only way you can get a promotion is if they feel as though you earned the promotion. And working, at a home-based business or working for yourself, you have the ability to do what you feel as though you're worth. You're going to be given opportunities to make, with DPS, a 500, a 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, or even $8,000 sale. And nobody can tell you any different. You decide what you're worth. You decide with what we teach you. And, as I was saying, my little saying that you say at the beginning, you are able to become who you want to be, especially in a home-based business. So.
I love that.
Good job.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Mary Beth, do you have any closing thoughts?
I do, Susan. What I've learned, what I've seen and witnessed personally, the way corporate America is going, there's just no stability out there. So it's almost critical that people who are working, the professional jobs out there, comparable to direct pay system, the six-figure plus a year earners in corporate America, you almost have to have a plan B. I mean, you literally do, especially, the people who have families. I mean, obviously nobody wants to go on a roller coaster ride and plummet down to the bottom and, go into financial ruins and so forth. So people just here know what's here. I mean, we have a business, like the old saying goes, what you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. I mean, you can almost control your own future, your financial destiny with this, because if you put in, an hour or 2 hours a day, and you can scale up with regards to your time, and then, your resources, and scale it up with change your life forever and your family's life forever, and just give you everything that you really, almost everything that you could possibly desire. Like I say, the freedoms, having your own business. I mean, you can pretty much do what you want when you want to do it, and truly live life on your own terms, and truly experience, that financial.
Oops.
Lost her for, uh-oh. You gotta love technology, don't you?
Freedom, the time freedom, and almost a stress-free life. To have your health. So hopefully, hopefully people will see what we have here and how we can help them and continue to help and the better.
That I think your last line was frozen, Mary Beth.
Oh, my last line?
Yeah, can you say it again?
Oh, yeah, I hope that people, truly can
Oops.
She was on a roll.
I know.
Yes.
I want the closing comment.
Susan will get it out of her one way or the other, believe me.
Can you? Oh, can you hear me now or see me?
It's going.
It's a good.
Hang on one sec.
We're gonna put together like a blooper hangout, and it's gonna be all the bloopers. Like, how they have that on TV.
Yeah.
Tammy, did you say you were the class clown?
I
heard her say that. I heard her say.
I was voted class clown in high school. Yep.
Okay.
I was. And I'm telling you, it's sometimes a good thing that I got the humor, but sometimes it doesn't. It's not appropriate. Sometimes it's fun, right?
Who says? Appropriate, but who says?
One thing that I was just saying,
We'll have a Friday night cocktail hangout, and that won't be appropriate.
That's correct. That's correct. Okay, Mary Beth, I want to hear that last line.
Yeah,
Okay.
last line.
Okay. Yeah, like what I was saying, I just hope that, after people have stayed to the end of this hangout, that they truly can, see the big picture, see the vision here, and the potential. Within this and realize and transform lives, in 2015 and beyond.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hopefully that
we got it. I think we got it.
I knew it was gonna.
It's like this. We got one of those things.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we need, Susan. I'll send you one. It's like the Hollywood sign, Cut. Take one.
Yeah. Yes, we need that. Take one. Take two.
Especially with.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're at the top of the hour, so I'm going to close it out, and I'm going to give my little bonus. It's just eeny weeny compared to everything that everyone has said, and yet it kind of is what everyone has said, put into a step-by-step technique. So that's my bonus. And here it is if we all need to build our self-worth, even if our self-worth isn't like in the bucket or on the floor or whatever you want to describe it, but low. We all need to build up our self-worth, and there's actually a quote that I set aside here by Mark Victor Hansen. When your self-worth goes up, your net worth goes up with it, and there's a reason for that, right? So anyway, this little technique that I just wanted to share as a bonus is layering your self-worth. So if you're wondering, and we've dropped a lot of golden nuggets and from different angles here, but so how do you increase your self-worth? Well, you layer it, little piece by little piece, or like the layers of an onion. So each little success, either reward yourself and pat yourself on the back and acknowledge that you are worthy, you deserve that success, and it happened, and it is because of you. So layer each one. For example, my self-worth and belief has skyrocketed just by being around these people for the last month. And Tammy she's such an amazing person to work beside that, and she acknowledges and appreciates everything that you do. That put on like 3 thick layers. So that's what I call the layering self-worth technique. And so just really acknowledge and appreciate each accomplishment and each time that you do step up, and then push yourself to step up some more, and then reward. So it's kind of a step-by-step of reward and awareness. That's all I have to say.
I like that.
That's good. That's good. Thanks, Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, excellent quote.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It is.
to say goodbye on that note, then we're right on an hour. Impressive.
Wow, we did a good job.
Awesome.
So if you get back to the person, I just want to say there is a bonus, and it's not going to be, if you do sign up tonight, you'll get a nice little bonus. I just not going to say it. I'm not going to share it. No, seriously. You guys get me laughing sometimes. No, there is always bonuses, and that's the thing about, joining with us, and it's either going to be a nice little traffic bonus or getting you going with traffic, or it's going to be one of the team sites. So anyway, you did this call tonight. So that's what I wanted to share with the bonus.
Awesome. Tammy she's teaching me how to deliver the bonuses. She's the queen of delivering the bonuses.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everybody loves bonuses, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
Because we like to win. We want to win every day.
Ted's a direct marketer. She's a direct marketer. That's where she learned that trick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone. First of all, each of you on the panel. I absolutely love hanging out with you, day in and day out, in the background in our messages and weekly on these panels. It's an absolute joy. And thank you, everyone in the audience, for watching. Whether you watched it live or whether you're watching the recording, do give the person who invited you a shout out. Get back with them, whether it's questions or how to get started, or if you just started. I hope this really resonated with you and moves you into your next level in your business. Next week's topic, unless something moves us to adjust it, is going to be on the follow-up, the power of the follow-up. And there's a lot of layers. It might not be what you think it is. Yes, there's follow-up messages in your AWeber, but there's a whole strategy and thought process to really doing good follow-up. So I think that's going to be our topic next week, and we'll see you then.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
Good night, John Boy.
Bye, Miriam.